Every single bill we go over in this video is 100% genuine. All of the sales are paid in full from heritage auctions. These are really cool banknotes. Now, did you know the United States printed $1 bills that had a blue seal and serial numbers? Well, in this video, we're going over $1 bills from 1934, and you might be surprised what we cover today. Let's go ahead and start off with this first bill right here. Now, you may be wondering, why did they use blue ink on these bills? Now, these are considered to be silver certificates. Now, silver certificates are really fascinating because these banknotes, along with gold certificates, were backed by precious metals like gold and silver. So what this means is you could bring this $1 bill to a bank and the bank teller would exchange your $1 bill for physical silver. That's right. So you could quite literally go to the bank and get silver back. It's pretty cool that our US paper money used to be backed by a commodity, something physically tangible like silver. Today, our money is backed by nothing. It's printed into oblivion and it's essentially worthless. It's quite scary to think about, but today these $1 bills are collectible items and people pay a pretty penny for these bills. Now, this one was graded by PMG at a 67 EPQ. That all comes down to how many folds are on the bill and the centering, which is that white margin around the bill on the front and the back. Because this one graded so highly, it sold for $504. Here we have two examples graded by PCGS, both at the 67 grade. These two bills sold for $750, $1,560. Now, this one was graded by PMG at a 64, so it is a lower grade. However, it sold for quite a lot more, and I do want to point out a few areas on the bill. I wanted to look at the top margin, center left, and the top right corner. You're going to see this darker ink. Now, that is completely normal for these bills. What those are pretty much cutting lines for the sheet. So when these bills are being cut, they know where to cut them. Sometimes they're cut slightly off center so you can see those cutting lines, but they do not impact the value or the grade whatsoever. It mainly comes down to the centering. You can see the left margin and the right margin are pretty different in size, but the serial number 4 is what brings a lot of value here. $1,560 it sold for. Speaking of uncut sheets, this is what a uncut sheet of 12 looks like from 1934. This one was graded by PCGS at a 55 and it sold for $2,880. All right, looking at the front of this bill, everything looks relatively normal, nothing out of the norm, but why did it sell for $11,400? Well, it's because the back is inverted. Wow, look at the back of the bill. It's completely upside down. Such a challenging note to come across, but if you have one, make sure you contact a rare paper money expert. What you can also do is get our completely free coin and currency ebook down below. It's going to help you understand the value and what to do with your bills. Once again, $11,400. $46,000 for these three 1934 $1 silver certificate bills. These are really cool because you've got not one, not two, but three fancy serial numbers in one. So you've got a solid number 9 serial number, and then you've got a 100 million serial number followed by a serial number 1 bill. So the solid number 9 transitioned into the 100 million serial number, and then that 100 serial number is the last serial number for the BA block. You can see the first letter and the last letter are B and A. Then it rolls over and starts over at the CA block. That's why this is a serial number 1 at the end there. $46,000. We do hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to get that free coin and currency ebook, guys, and we will see you in the next one.